Hello, and welcome to another Pick a Card reading. So today we are doing our March predictions slash expectations, and unfortunately I don't have any spring related tarot decks. I had to take out my Mermaid Tarot and Oracle decks, but I won't be using it for this reading because it's still winter outside and I tend to be a seasonal person. So I don't feel right using a summer related deck when it's still winter. So we're only using Oracle decks for this reading. So if you're new here, you basically choose one of these three options. You can choose by your intuition in what group feels right or by the crystals on top of them. For group 1 we have the rose quartz, for group 2 we have the crystal quartz, and for group 3 we have aquamarine. So whichever one you gravitated to first or your eyes tend to, look at or whatever, that will be your group or your pile. So all you have to do is go down the description box below, see the timestamp for the group that you've chosen, click on it, and you will be taken to your reading. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy the reading, if it resonates, so you can see more of them in the future and you'll always be updated with future content. And also don't forget that I do offer personal readings if that's an interest to you. If you want more insight into today's reading or about a specific situation or any type of topic you want, even if it's general and you just want to see what you should know at this current time, whatever it is. Also, I am in the process of changing and updating my Ko-fi page, so it's possible that by the time you see this, maybe the membership tiers and perks and stuff will be all changed and different. Also, members only will get to see their taroscope for the month, so that is basically horoscopes, but instead of using astrology, I use tarot to tell you what your zodiac sign, what you can expect for it for the month. Okay, so check out my Ko-fi and all my other social links and stuff, and stay connected. So let's jump into your reading. Hello Group 1 and welcome to your reading. So, for what you can expect for the month of March. Family connections, respect, people, and kinship. So it's possible that in this coming month you will reconnect, or somehow throughout the month your ties with your family, your tribe, your people, whoever they are in your life, you could expect to maybe create a stronger bond with them through possibly some event, some situation, or just even maybe deciding to talk and have deeper discussions about things that will deepen that connection. Or if you've never had a connection with a family, it's possible that through some type of chain of events, that connection actually begins to become stronger, right? There is some type of bond here, or bonds, that are or will be important for March. It also could be that for some people, sometimes even if you have family or members within your family that you feel you can't really rely on, it's possible that something happens in your life where it's actually them that end up helping you out, which surprises you and maybe makes that connection deeper. You also got fairy energy, growth, expansion, a flowering. So I'm wondering here if possibly someone ends up either becoming pregnant or gives birth in March, which could strengthen family connection and maybe even reunite family because they want to come and see your child and they're happy for you and are proud that their family is expanding and things like that. So that could be the growth and expansion that this card is talking about. But also for others, it could be a type of growth or expansion that comes from within. As you see this fairy here, there's light coming from within her that is being shed upon this flower. So it could happen that it's that there's growth internally, that you take all that you have learned and apply it into your life, which evolves you even further. Or there could be something in the month of March, some sort of events or occurrence or a chain reaction or something that happens that actually helps you grow inside of you, whether it's mentally, maybe even if a type of struggle happens, an emotional type of struggle happens, that alone teaches you or helps your emotions evolve so that you know how to properly use them, how to properly release them in a healthy manner, or even how to properly express them, right? So some sort of growth, it can be different for everyone, some sort of growth is happening in the coming month. You got perfection. So what you can expect in perfection is possibly things coming together in a more maybe smoother manner. Possibly a lack of chaos, because March tends to be, even though things are shifting from one season into another, it's not as chaotic as when autumn turns into winter, right? Because then we get colds and flus and things like that because our body changes with the climate. But March is, even though there's allergies and things that can occur, it's a more, I feel, smoother transition because that spring sun tends to make us sleepy, but also give us a boost of energy, right? In my culture, it's always said that to be wary of March or spring sun because it's not, I mean, the sun is always the same, but the energy of it is different from the winter type of sun, right? Because it's more powerful, it's awakening and becoming, you know, more vibrant and energized. So staying in it for too long can start to make you drowsy and sleepy because of how much of that boost, it's like that mental sort of boost it's giving you, it's also making you tired at the same time. I don't know how to explain it well, but it's also in a way when you're inside your home, right? And you see that sunshine and finally, there's more sun compared to winter months when it's usually gloomy or snowy or rainy, depends where you live, right? It gives you that boost of energy as if like there's hope, right? Things aren't looking gloomy anymore. It's like suddenly this boost of energy is inside of you. So things feels like the environment feels like it's perfection, right? Things are moving along. There's hope inside of you. So, and maybe even that boost and that gives you confidence and you end up being more productive and you end up even being more focused, right? Because that sun, that light, that energy is giving you more hope for the future or more hope for that project or abundance feels so much more closer, right? So there's some sort of perfection. For others, it could also mean to maybe not overwhelm yourself with trying to be perfect, but just allowing things to go as they are and adapting to the changes and, tweaking things if they need to be tweaked in order to have a sense of perfection. So it doesn't have to be perfect on paper, but as long as it just feels right, it could feel perfect, right? So letting go. And this is a perfect time to let go because of spring cleaning, right? If you haven't gotten into the habit of spring cleaning, this is the perfect time to start, even if it's February, because February was considered as the last month of the year. March was the first. Hence why Aries is the leader. It's the start of the zodiac house, wheel, or whatever you want to call it, right? So it's the best time to let go, to purge, to create space, to stop old habits, stop toxic habits, clean your house thoroughly, going through every drawer, every closet, every nook and cranny, and even rearranging your furniture, cleansing your house or smudging it, whatever you want to call it, and preparing for that fresh new energy that March brings so that new opportunities can easily and smoothly come into your life. Okay, so letting go and even healing old wounds and things before spring come, and even if it takes longer, right, depends on what it is, that's okay too. But at least you are starting to put in the work so that part of it is already released. You got escape. So possibly escaping maybe situations that you shouldn't be in, escaping friends that you shouldn't be a part of, knowing that, because there's a warrior here that's pictured in this card, right? If you can. So there's a warrior here and the card is escape. So knowing that even though fighting is courageous, escaping and retreating can also be courageous because you're doing something that goes against your pride but also helps you survive another day, right? So knowing when to escape and knowing that you can escape, being courageous to do it. So you gotta work through your fears. So there's something that might be holding you back, but what you can expect in March is that you will choose yourself to work through whatever this is, or life will bring you situations or experiences that force you to work through these fears or traumas, problems, whatever it is. And I personally would always suggest choosing yourself because you have no idea what sort of experiences life will throw at you that will make things even more uncomfortable or scary. So choosing yourself to work through whatever this is always the best course of action, because if by chance some situation arises, even if you are working through it, it might not be as bad as if you didn't want to do it yourself and life just threw something at you. Okay. Now, people or energies that might come into your life at this time. You got two cards here. You got Libra. So it might not, if you don't like this type of sign, okay? It might not be that someone with this sign comes into your life, but just maybe someone with some sort of characteristics or energies, or just maybe an experience with this type of energy. Okay, so however it resonates, take it as that. Because I know that some people, when they see a certain sign that, they've come across so many people with this sign, and every time it didn't end well, they start to fear, like, oh my gosh, not again, right? But it might not be a person. This just might be a sort of energy that this sign carries that might come into your life. Okay, so there's a Libra, so this could be Libra energy or an element of Libra. I still don't know all the astrological signs with their elements, so I don't know if this is air or what it is, but some sort of energy of Libra or some sort of person with Libra placement could walk into your life. And you also got Scorpio. So this could be some sort of chaos that comes into your life, but that could bring justice to whatever the situation is. It could bring a balance. So it could be like a blessing in disguise sort of situation where things are maybe chaotic, but through that chaos, whatever is being worked out, it ends up with you in maybe a better situation, or even ending up with something you always wanted, but it could have only come through this sort of chaos, if that makes sense. Okay, so remember not to be afraid, but to know that you as a human being are like a chameleon. You adapt, you change, you shift. Nothing ever stays the same. Okay? So now let's go through your charms. So you got the letter Z, you got a pink heart, you got run, gentle, like, forever, sing, forever, and okay, so this is tricky because it ended up without going to one side, and each side is different. So either it's a Y or it's an A. So it could be either or. So you got forever, sing, like, gentle, and run. So it could be that it's telling you to possibly use your voice in March. So if something doesn't appeal to you, say so. Use your voice. If you have to, stand your ground, but remember which battles are worth fighting and which are better just left alone and you walking away, right? Because you got the escape card. So don't feel the need to partake in every single battle or to create or start a battle, right? Know when it's time to actually stand up for yourself and when it's time where it's best to just walk away. Okay, because not everyone deserves your time, your attention, your breath, your words, right? So, for some of you, if you are a singer, maybe it's time to use that voice to sing, to create music, even if it's nothing professional, but just something you put out on YouTube that could end up helping you out professionally. You never know, right? So you don't have to go through the industry, which is toxic as hell. You can do this on your own. Because people gravitate to authentic people, right? So if you aren't using autotune or crap like that, but just using your authentic voice, people will stand by you. They will want to hear more. Even if it's not with song, maybe it's something politically, maybe it's an idea or advice or something Maybe you're full of knowledge, right? And people will want to learn more from you. This Z, is that, yeah, it's a Z. This Z bead could be that someone walks into your life with an initial that contains a Z. With gentle, it could mean to be gentle on yourself, especially if you're working through your fears and letting things go. And with that perfection card as well, be gentle on yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. And with the run bead here, it could be saying to be more active, because you'll be more focused mentally if you're more active and take the time to actually get that blood coursing through you and just being, healthy, getting more cardio work, going on hikes and, on long walks or something. And it could be that with the pink card here, it could be that a crush is formed during this time because, of course, spring is a time of new beginnings. So there could be a crush that comes up who might be either Libra or Scorpio, who knows. And because you have two forevers here, it's possible that for some of you, whatever crush is formed, or maybe has already formed, it could be that they might be your forever person, that this might turn into a long-term relationship. Okay, so group one, I really hope this resonated with you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have, I'd appreciate if you could like, comment, and subscribe so you can see more readings in the future. You'll be updated with other videos as well, especially if I get my tablet working somehow so I can create more art. And don't forget to check out my Ko-fi page where you can leave a tip, you can become a member, where I will post your zodiac reading for the month. You could also shop there and get a personal reading if you want more deeper insights. So I'll see you guys next time. Hello group 2 and welcome to your reading. So let us see what you can expect for the month of March. You gotta reconnect with Mother Earth. Plant, garden, harvest. So this is a reminder for some of you that do have gardens to start planting, or maybe even just refreshing the ground a little, preparing what you will be planting for the month. For those of you who don't have gardens or space or lawns of any kind, maybe you live in apartment buildings and things like that, you could always try to find out what plants or fruits, vegetables, whatever it is, what can grow indoors in actual pots, because that can also be beneficial, especially if you do have a balcony at least. You can, try it like that as well. Also, spending more time in nature, right? Because spring is approaching, it'll be the perfect time to get outdoors, to start going on long walks, or maybe even, taking out an actual camera, or even if you don't have a camera, using your phone, whatever it is, and maybe doing some photography, taking pictures of the first signs of spring, right? If you come across a bumblebee or a flower, or maybe buds or blossoms or something on trees, whatever it is, right? Just having fun with it and reconnecting with nature, observing it, being part of it. Okay? You might also find yourself going somewhere where there's a lot of nature. Maybe that can be an expectation as well. You got the crystal path. Mineral spirits, crystal beings. So this could be maybe through the act of reconnecting with Mother Nature, you could form a more spiritual connection with not just nature, but the entities that reside within it that we may not be seeing. And you may not even notice or know that you are connecting with them, but through nature, just feeling it, observing it, being around it, there are entities that could I don't want to say linger because that could be scary. They won't attach to you, but just will want to maybe spend time in your presence. Okay, they're not scary. They are natural nature beings. Okay, this could also be a path of healing because crystals are known to heal. So this could be your path of healing something inside of you, which could come from spending time in nature. Okay, because nature is healing. It's our first home. It's where we find basic um, our basic self, I don't want to say primitive, not primitive in the sense of stupid, but primitive as in that raw, natural shape and form, right? That's nature, we're part of her. And the reason why so many people are depressed and anxious and um, struggling with so much mental health issues is because they disconnected from nature. So you could find that by spending more time in nature and having more fun within her gardens, that you start to feel better, that you start to heal something inside of you that maybe has been broken or disconnected or just not functioning as it once has. Okay? Okay, so you got Prometheus with altruism. So connecting with others, connecting with self, connecting with nature, with other beings, understanding and acknowledging that this isn't all made for you, that you are not, you may be the main character because you are in first person mode, right, in your life, but all of this wasn't created just for you. So understanding that sharing, that taking care of others, that helping others, being sometimes a service to others, all of that benefits you as well. I'm pretty sure that at some point in your life, when you either helped someone or gifted someone something, that seeing them happy from the service you have given, that somehow it made you feel so much better, as if you had some sort of purpose in that moment, right? So doing more of that will help benefit you as well, will help heal you as well, okay? You got dreams, so you could expect maybe more vivid dreams, or maybe a new goal in life, or even accomplishing a dream you have had for so long, right? Also, during this time, try to take notice of what your dreams are telling you, or what you are dreaming about. You can keep a dream journal by your bed so that as soon as you wake up, you write everything down. Because if you write it down later in the day, you will lose a lot of the details that might have been important. So keeping a dream journal could be beneficial for you at this time, as a lot of solutions, secrets, ideas, all of that could come up in your dream life. So you got union. So you could be finding a partner, whether that is romantic or business, or even your own tribe, maybe a really good friend, right? Maybe you create a new friendship that ends up being really strong and beneficial for both of you. And not just as in like in a selfish way that it benefits you, but just that it helps you thrive, it helps you truly connect with someone. Because it's interesting with Prometheus here. He's holding like hands, right? Touching a hand of someone, and then you got two hands being joined here. So this is a joining of some type. It'll be different for everyone. So you got a look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So during the month of March, try not to focus on the tiny little details or overanalyze everything. Try to just step back and just see the bigger picture. because that's how you'll have less problems, that's how you'll stress less, and create like a balance inside of you. Because by seeing the bigger picture, you will also see that things might lead somewhere, where if you are looking at tiny details, you're so focused on the tiny details that you start arguments over it. But if you looked at the bigger picture, you would have seen that choices were made, even if you didn't like them, because it leads to something better, right? So try not to overanalyze everything and just sort of go with the flow and see things as they are. So someone that might be coming into your life, or an energy that might be presented to you during the month of March, is a Venus energy or Venus related person, like a Taurus. So this is a type of energy that is feminine, that is all about beauty and luxury, enjoying what you have, leisure time, taking even time to yourself to pamper yourself, or having a spa day. Even if you can't afford it, you can create a spa day in your own bathroom. So this is a type of energy that will be present during this month. This could be you, right? This could represent that the feminine, the divine feminine side of you has awakened during this month, or an energy that will be presented this month, right? So let us see what your charms have to say now. Okay, so you got the letter I. So this could be talking about you, right? You personally, or it could be an initial of someone that could be coming in. So they could have an I in their name. You got always, sing, dream, and gentle. And you got a green pacifier. Now the green color, it is a more stereotypical male color. So it could be that a new male comes into your life, right? A new beginning, because a pacifier is for a baby. So someone new that comes into your life could be a male figure. It could be that you give birth to a boy. Or because it's green, and because you got reconnect with nature, with Venus green here as well, and that crystal card, it could mean that the birth of that natural, authentic you. Okay, so a new you is being, especially with the I bead here, a new you is being reborn within nature. That's why it's important to be in nature during the month of spring, okay? So always sing, dream, and be gentle to yourself and with yourself. Okay, so even if you're not a singer, if you're not interested in singing, sing could also mean using your voice. Using your voice when it's important. Okay, whether that is standing up for yourself, or stating when you like or dislike something, or creating boundaries, whatever it is, using your voice is important, okay? You got the dream bead as well as the dream card. So during the month of March, dreams will be important for you. Okay, so keep track of what it is you dream about. If by chance you don't recall your dreams at all, whether it's just for that month or generally, you're not the type of person that remembers their dreams or thinks that you don't dream, trust me, everyone dreams. But you could be blocked in that area. So a good way to actually remember your dream is you could start meditating, You could start journaling your day. So at the end of the day, before you go to bed, write out anything significant that happened during your day, any feelings you might have had, anything that bothered you, or something exciting that happened, how you felt about certain things. Whatever comes up, just dump it all on the page, okay? Because you want to unclog your mental space so that you could start to remember dreams, okay? And remember to be gentle on yourself, especially with a look at the bigger picture, okay? Remember not to overanalyze, not to look at the details. Just look at the bigger picture, what this is about, what the situation is about, and just try to go at it in a gentle pace, okay? You don't need to rush. Remember that everything in nature, everything happens at the right time, okay? No need for rushing. Okay, so group 2, that's all I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to be updated for more, or if this reading resonated and you have appreciated it. It will help me out with my channel. And don't forget to check out my Ko-fi page where you can leave a tip. You can become a member. The memberships will be different now as I will have updated them either by the time you see this or throughout the week. You can also get a personal reading if you want a more in-depth reading about March or about a situation or about specific topic or theme or whatever it is. And you can also shop there. So check all those links out. All of them are down below in the description box, and I will see you guys next time. Hello group 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what you can expect during the month of March. You gotta remember who you are. Culture, resilience, beliefs. So what you can expect for the month of March is possibly centering yourself. Maybe some of you will start to meditate, or a chain of reaction will occur that ends up maybe reconnecting you to your true identity, or to your culture, or traditions, or whatever it is. Okay, but during this month, you are being asked to remember who you truly are. You got the Aurora Garden with beginning, initiate, and origin. Again, origin. So for this group, you guys are really being asked to evaluate and reflect on your actual identity, on the person you are. So if you strip away your education, if you strip away your friend group, your family, everything, when you are left with just you, right? Who are you at the end of the day? Who are you deep inside? And for some, it will be an uncomfortable thing to look at, because maybe you might feel guilt or shame for something that you may have done, or the type of person you ended up being, especially if your younger self would be disappointed or ashamed at who you have become, right? But that's okay. Feel it. Feel that shame, feel that guilt. It's okay, because feeling that tells you that you are a good person at the end of the day, because you feel guilty for something you've done. Okay, so that alone proves that you do have a good side. So now you just have to strip away all that identity that you have created, that false personas, that fakeness, that ego, that pride. Remove all of that and build yourself up to be someone that your younger self would have been proud of. That someone that you loved, or maybe even a special teacher that you had that really meant a lot to you, because they really took the time to educate you, to create a better you that they would be proud of, right? So what happened, happened. What you did, you did. You cannot change it. But moving forward, you can rebuild yourself to be better than you were. Because in this lifetime, you are in no competition with other people. You are in competition always with yourself to be better, to do better. You got Eros with love. So this could mean that love comes into you during the month of March, or that you develop self-love for the first time, like truly loving who you are, being comfortable and spending time with yourself, your own company, because not a lot of people can do that, and that surprised me. I've always spent so much time always with myself. For me, it's the opposite, because as an introvert, I feel awkward and uncomfortable around other people. Like, I love spending time, like when my friend visits me, I love spending time with her. But then after she leaves, I feel exhausted and I need time alone, right? It's nothing to do with her. It's just how introverts work. We energize when we are alone and we deplete our energy when we're around other people. Because there are so many more extroverts in the world, for you guys, it could be opposite. You guys are energized around people. But you have to learn to spend time with yourself, to maybe read a book, to meditate, to just like sit, look out, and just think, to reflect. Because you need to have self-love. People that constantly go out chasing around other people and being around people, and they cannot sit down alone with themselves, those people are trying to escape themselves because something's wrong inside. Okay, if that is you, try to seek therapy if you need to, just to, not because maybe you don't have any trauma, maybe it's just inner thoughts, the inner world of yours is maybe messed up, maybe it's some sort of depression, maybe you're unsatisfied with your life, and that's why you constantly want to be around other people, because when you're alone you remember everything, right? Everything becomes more real when you're alone. And you spiral. That's why maybe you keep wanting to go out and searching for new adventures, right? But you have to heal whatever this is. You have to remember who you truly are. You cannot escape yourself. At the end of the day, you're always with yourself. That's why you need to learn how to love yourself. Okay, so you got Achilles with confidence, being confident with yourself. So that's another thing you can expect during the month of March. Maybe situations will arise where you learn how to be confident with yourself. I remember when I came back to live in Europe, because I was born here but raised in Canada, and when I came back to live in Europe, I eventually started working in a tattoo shop, creating advertisements and stuff for the tattoo artist because of my Photoshop skills and such. And I was so nervous every single day, because even though that world always excited me, and I love art, so any type of art I love being around, right? And tattooing is also a unique way to create art. Even though I was nervous, and those type of people that came in were people that would have never talked to me on the street, that I would never have talked to, but just being around different energies and different people every single day, it kind of helped me with my confidence, because I was not only an introvert but very shy, like extremely shy. So it helped me sort of get out of my shell. Okay, so you could experience similar situations where you are brought into an environment, or maybe even start a job or something, where you also are either brought out of your shell, or even if you aren't shy, maybe you just have a hard time speaking, maybe you don't know how to approach people or talk to them, and maybe this environment will help you with your confidence. Okay? You got alchemy. So alchemy is like a magician card in the tarot, and it could mean for some that March will be a month where you manifest the things you want in your life. Or it could help you get the tools you need to create that life or that project or whatever it is that you're working on. Okay, but some sort of alchemy, some sort of manifestation or creation of some kind will take place during this month for you. You got the gospel. So this could mean taking more time in maybe your spiritual nature, especially by remembering who you are, partaking in certain cultural traditions or religious rituals of sorts. And it could be religious as an organized religion, but it could also be spiritual. So even if you are not religious, it could be maybe creating or taking part in some sort of spiritual ritual, even if you create it yourself. Okay, it doesn't have to be something that exists. Because for me personally, and you could be this way too, I find it hard to connect to prayers or spells or something if somebody else wrote it, because those are their words and I personally can't connect to it because those words just feel like words, right? It doesn't give me that internal connection with those words or with that prayer, right? So sometimes you may need to create something yourself that feels more personal to you, that when you say those words or that prayer, that you actually feel the weight of it. Okay, this could also mean for some of you looking deeper into your spiritual values or your faith in general, right? Looking deeper in it. Because sometimes we follow some sort of scripture or some sort of ideology or belief system because everyone else is, or we have been brought up to do so, but we never really taking the time to truly look at what we are representing. Maybe you won't agree with certain things, right? So always look deeper, question everything, seek higher knowledge, higher guidance to whatever you believe or need help on, because you may find deeper meaning to things, or maybe even going in a total separate way from what you're used to, but creating your own identity through what you truly believe yourself and not what someone else is telling you to believe. Because at the end of the day, where is the proof to everything that you believe, that you were told to believe? Where is the proof of it? How different is it to believe in Jesus than it is to believe in Odin and Thor, right? Just saying that this is the way doesn't mean it is. People find God in different ways. Not everyone's way will be the same. We're different people. Even food doesn't nourish our bodies the same way. What can be beneficial to some can be toxic to others. For example, rice. Look at Asia, countries in Asia, especially Eastern Asia. They eat rice with so many meals, right? Maybe even if it's everyday occurrence, rice is their thing. They're known for rice. But I've read that apparently if you eat rice so much, it could be toxic to your body. So that could prove that some people's immune system or digestive system, whatever it is more tolerable to some foods than others. So not everyone can have the same diet. So if we can't have the same diet, who's to say that we can find God through different means? Some people find God through witchcraft. Others find it through Christianity or Judaism or Islam or whatever it is. We just call it different things, right? Whether it's us worshiping Mother Nature, which is a form of God as well, or if we're worshiping some other named God, it's still one entity. And personally, I find that in paganism, right, Either these different gods were actual beings that, like physical beings, that we looked up to for certain things, whether it was for strength, maybe they were a great warrior and, you know, they became idols for warriors and strength, right? Or maybe this is just different faces of one God. Just like your mother isn't just a mother, right? She may be a sister, an aunt, a cousin, a daughter, right? She's all these different things, but when you speak to her as if she's your mother, right? So what if Pan, who's the god of fertility, for example, what if that's just another face of God, right? What if when we're praying to a god of fertility, we are praying to that aspect of God where it's focused on fertility? So it may not mean that there are many gods. Maybe there is that one God, but we're just focusing on that one aspect and we gave a name to that aspect so that we feel closer to whatever our intention is. So we can't, judge others and their way of things when if that's how they connect to God, then that's how they connect to God. Right? So look deeper. Okay? Look deeper. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. I don't know if there are any eclipses in March this year, but maybe look at the dates and see if it's possible that there are. Because if there are, maybe that eclipse brings forth a powerful change for you. Or just generally, through looking at things in a deeper perspective and truly getting to the root of who you are can create a powerful change in your life that sets your life on a totally new trajectory. Okay? And a person or energy that may be coming in for you during the month of March is air. So maybe someone with an air sign or just air energy. Maybe even a breath of fresh air. Maybe, something that helps you breathe a sigh of relief because finally maybe that clogged up or that persona is released and you can finally breathe as who you truly are. Or maybe a situation that has been a struggle for you finally comes to an end and you finally can feel that peace. Okay, whatever it is, there is air energy coming in for you during this month of March. Okay, now let us see your charms. Okay, so you guys got, it's interesting, everyone got one letter. You guys got the letter G. So this could mean that you become more closer to God, right? Because G can, especially with G and gospel here, so you might become more closer and live more authentically because anyone who lives in truth lives with God. Okay? So you maybe become closer to God because of your true identity that you connect to. This could be an initial of someone that might be coming in for you. I know the Freemasons use the letter G, so this could resonate with maybe a small few of you. Let's see what else. Okay, you got the starfish or the sea star, which is about regeneration. Okay, because sea stars, when you cut one of their arms or whatever they're called, a new one grows back, and from that piece that was cut, a new starfish grows. Okay, so they regenerate. So March is a month where you regenerate as well, because you will have to shed off that ego, that persona, that fake illusion that has been built within you for years, whether it's from your religious belief, from your family, your education system, your friend group, whatever it is. Everyone placed their thoughts of who you were onto you and you became that. But you need to rip all of that off and see who you truly are deep within, what you truly believe. Okay? That's why you have to dig deeper. So for the words, you got some, special, special, learn, friend, and sweet. So some special friend, maybe? Some special friend. Maybe it will help you learn something sweet. But then you got special again. Whatever this is, it seems that it's related to a friend. You will learn something. You got two specials. The previous group, I believe, had two forevers. But you got two specials. So something special, especially with the powerful change card, it could be that something special truly comes forth in March. Something that you get to learn maybe through yourself or through a friend. Or maybe a new friend arises that has air energy. So whatever this is, it is powerful, it is life-changing, okay? So just stick with it. Remember that you are an alchemist, okay? You are a powerful being. You can manifest the life you want. What happened in the past is in the past, and you can heal from it. You can change the trajectory of your life if you're persistent and if you truly live in truth, if you're authentic to yourself and to other people. Okay, your life will never be the same again, but it will be so much more better than it used to be, because you're only then going to attract authentic people, loyal friendships, and things like that, because you are an energy, like a crystal, right? Okay, you don't have the crystal card, the previous group had it. You have the Aurora Gardens. But if you foster your mind as a garden, okay, you are going to become more powerful, more focused, more productive, and a more authentic person. And all of that you will manifest and bring into your life as well. Okay, because energy attracts like energy. Okay, so group 3, that's all I have for you today. If you have enjoyed this reading, please consider liking and commenting, and especially subscribing so that you're updated with future readings or art-related content. It does help my channel out, and do check out my Ko-fi page where you can support me. You can leave a tip. You can get a personal reading regarding your March or a situation or topic that you want. You can also shop there and become a member, okay? I am in the process currently, as of recording this, of updating my membership, so either it will be updated once you see this or throughout the week. Okay, so I wish you guys luck, and I will see you next time.